I still haven't thought how I'm going to do the intro to this. I haven't got the faintest idea.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it. Yeah, I'll think. I'll think of something. I'll think of something. It will be fine.
At some point.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh, what have you done? You've saved this as well.
I have saved this as well.
What have you done?
What do you think?
Oh my god. What is that, mate? What's the material?
It's silver.
It's silver.
That is silver. There you go.
How much did this cost, William?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. It looks cool though. Come on.
It looks good. But you're a bit of a twat. I can't I can't lie.
Hello and welcome to Talk Shift, the podcast where we talk about something motorsport related. We'll work it out as we go along. I'm Will, and alongside me to help with the diversity quota, Soheb. Welcome to the pod. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm Soheb. I don't really know what to say because we haven't planned this at all.
We have planned it. What are you on about? We've planned it. It's fine.
Sure.
We have. I sent you a list of things we're going to talk about. We're all good.
Which I've already forgotten about.
Yeah, it's fine. You haven't got to look at the camera every time, right? It's not a hostage video, so we're all good.
That's not what you told me this morning.
Shut up. The rope's in there. We can get that out again if you really want, but that's fine.
And the bed's in that room.
Great. Australia. Should we talk about Australia?
Yes.
Thoughts?
McLaren seemed really good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I think. Well, in saying that, we're recording this on the Friday of the sprint quality, and Norris has bottled it already. But Australia, they looked pretty good.
Yeah, you say that, but in SQ1, SQ2, McLaren were quite clearly still the fastest.
Yeah, true. Okay, fine.
It was only SQ3 where they bottled it.
But that's what McLaren are good at, which is the thing, and that's what's going to make this championship so exciting, I think, because you'll have McLaren with the fastest car, except every now and then one of them will bin it, and that will give us a surprise. We look at Lewis for instance, sprint pole. Will he throw it away in the actual sprint? Probably. I mean, I'm saying this goes out on Saturday. You guys will know about this already, and it'll age like crap as anything, I say does. But yeah, I think, we're in for a really exciting year. We've got, I think, 4 teams potentially. You got McLaren, you got Mercedes, Ferrari. I thought were in there or thereabouts, but now they look up there as well. And
I would never have expected Hamilton.
No.
I mean, Leclerc. I thought he was going to, on certain weekends, be stronger. On certain weekends, completely dominate. But Hamilton got pole. I don't think anyone expected that.
No,
from LH.
No. I mean, we've got, I think, 8 teams, 7 cars doing incredibly well. Lawson. It's bad, isn't it? It's bad.
P17 and P20. Oh.
On the bright side,
not good.
An FP1 video is aged well, so that doesn't happen very often.
So even the Lawson doubters, right? Which I admit I was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was expecting him to be worse than Perez. Oh my god!
Yeah,
who would have expected that?
Checo is sat there. If he's not shot himself, and it's just like a body lying on the floor, Checo is wetting himself right now. He is loving life.
Did you see after the first race, Helmut said, we're going to give him a 5-race plan?
Oh, I've not seen this.
Yes, Helmut said, we have a 5-race plan for him to improve.
He's not going to last as long. Gasly will have lasted longer than he did. That's impressive. But I feel bad because I do like Liam, right? And I met Liam at Goodwood a few years ago. And it was
I like him as well.
Yeah.
I think he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, it was back when he was in F2 and middle of COVID as well. So we were all sat there with face masks on and all this. And he was in fact, the only F1 driver there who came out and spent, well, he was F2 at the time, but spent probably hours chatting with fans. I mean, I had a good long 20-minute chat with him. And
that's really cool.
I've got a lot of time for the guy. And okay, he replaced Ricardo. Still hurts a little bit. I can't lie about that one. But yeah, it's kind of gutting.
But to have a driver of a couple races in 2023 and then a couple races in 2024 And then you say, okay, here's a team that can contend for the championship this year.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
It's not. He's had 12 races now, 11 races going into it. I don't really know what we expected coming into it.
I didn't expect him to be as bad as Perez. Yeah. I always thought, okay, he's at least going to be an improvement of Perez.
Yeah.
And right now, it's not. He's so far off delivering. He would never make a job at DHL.
We'll work on your comedy skills, mate. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe just leave that bit to me. But no, it's sad, and I think Lawson is one of those drivers that can bounce back, and we've seen that before in his career, like DTM when he had the nightmare in the finale. But Red Bull is a pressure cooker, and that's my worry personally. I
agree, but if let's say 5 races in a row he doesn't make it out of Q1, including the sprint qualies, what do Red Bull do? Because they hate Tsunoda.
I don't know what they have against Yuki. I mean, he seems like a lovely guy.
From what I understand, they hate the mentality that he had 4 years ago.
Yeah. I
just don't understand, because just put him in Red Bull, and if he sinks, he sinks. And that's that. Then you've proven something. But it's all based on a hypothetical. Not wanting him, wanting to put him in Red Bull is based on his hypothetical mentality of how he would be there. But you can't know that until he's there.
Yeah, it's a bit like hating me for a joke I made about a children's hospital about 4 years ago. So for anyone watching from Reddit, you've got that on there now. It's been 4 years. Calm the fuck down.
I don't like children's hospitals either. I think they should be defunded.
That's the bit that's getting clipped straight away. So we'll have a new co-host next week, because we'll just cancel. Every time I do a podcast in this studio, someone is going to end up getting cancelled, I think. But it's fine.
You're going to end a lot of careers.
We'll have a revolving door of people coming in. I've ticked off the Asian box now, so that's all sorted. We'll get a woman on next. And then
women, gay, trans.
Yep. This is so dangerous.
What
waters.
Other minorities? Irish.
So
you.
Such dangerous waters. I'm sat here shrinking into the seat, thinking, what is he going to say next? Oh God, this is gonna end.
RPM viewer. That's another.
There's enough on here that have transitioned over in his little time away. His little holiday with HMRC, bless him. No, we love RPM here. We do love RPM.
Yeah,
but
maybe not his viewers. No comment. I will not.
I'm not. Can I just say I've not said anything controversial apart from that thing 4 years ago about children's hospitals,
which I agree with.
Cool. Should we move on? Have you seen this Pirelli trophy for the sprint?
I am a fan of unique trophies.
No.
I know it is a fleshlight.
It is a fleshlight.
It is a fleshlight.
We'll put a photo on screen for the visual watchers of this, but how can you like it?
Because it's weird. Like, you don't like the gorilla ones from France,
I don't like
right?
the gorilla ones.
I think they're great. I love the gorilla ones. They're fantastic.
Like Formula One trophies, you think of the steering wheel at Albert Park.
What I think of the Sonic one.
Of course you do. I mean, the Sonic one is iconic.
The Sonic one is so good. I
do rate that. But you get like the gorilla ones or this Pirelli one. It looks like a year 5 summer project.
I admit it doesn't look very professional.
So why do you like it then?
Because it's unique.
This is the pinnacle of motorsport. And they're giving out what is realistically a kitchen roll tube with some plastic stuck around it. Well done, you've bended the plastic. Incredible. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Do you remember the trophy at Zandvoort 3 years ago?
No.
Oh, you're such a nerd, man.
No, hang on. I remember it being talked about, but I can't remember what it was. Was it the one that you... No, the kissing one was last year, wasn't it?
I don't even remember.
Oh, there you go. So you've called me out for not remembering a trophy from 3 years ago. You can't remember one from last season.
But you remember this one.
I remember this one because it's shit.
But it's memorable.
Okay, I mean, at the moment, this podcast is memorable for the same reason, but I mean,
Because it won't last, because we'll get cancelled in 5 episodes.
we've probably already been cancelled. The Twitter warriors are already off
Oh,
on their
dear.
nutter on this, but nah, it's not for me. I mean, you got Hamilton on pole, provided Hamilton wins this sprint. I don't think he will, but if he does,
Well, I think it's a good chance because who's he got behind him? He's got Norris down in P5.
He's got Verstappen alongside him. Yeah, you've changed your mind now, haven't you? You've got Piastri further back. I can see Verstappen going aggressive turn 1. He's ahead of the McLarens.
I want them to crash.
Who? Verstappen, Hamilton?
Yes.
Turn 1.
Could you imagine the scenes?
I mean, they already would have happened at this stage. Like this is coming out afterwards.
But
this is all going to age.
I think
incredibly badly.
I think this, if it does happen, it is something that we've never seen before. Not only Team LH hating Verstappen, but the Tifosi as well. I would not want to be on the wrong side of both of them.
Oh, that's a good point.
You see what I mean?
That's a really good point.
Even the wrong side of both of them.
It's going to start World War III.
100%.
It's not Russia we have to worry about. It's not China. It's Italy. My point was, let's say Hamilton wins the sprint. In fact, no, let's say Verstappen wins the sprint because it'll be funnier. They hand him this toilet roll trophy. Where's that going?
Verstappen has a lot of trophies. But to be fair, I think it would be even worse. Let's say Antonelli wins it. Let's say someone who hasn't won it. So Antonelli wins it.
Mm-hmm.
His first F1 trophy is that.
Or Hamilton's first Ferrari trophy is that. That's probably even worse.
That's it. Oh, what would be worse?
Like,
I don't know.
Kimi gets that. It's like, you see all these F2 and karting trophies. I'm going to put this behind that. That's if Kimi won it. If Hamilton wins it, I think it's going in the bin. Or it goes to Ferrari and Maranello, and he's like, yeah, I don't want the replica.
Maybe you could request a donation.
We'll have it in the back of the setup. Yeah, there we go. We can make our own one. I'll just take a toilet roll and paint it red and stick it on there, and it's done.
Let's do a new DT project.
DIY, yeah. You can make your very own Pirelli trophy. Basically, shit in your hand, and you've got one. On the subject of shit things, can we talk about the new Ferrari merch for this weekend?
The cum merch.
I'm just going to clip the first 2 words. That'll be the trailer for this podcast now. So thank you for that.
What was the first thing I said? So
the cum, I think, is the first thing you said. But
it's definitely not the first thing that happened.
How did that get through? God, why have I let you on this? But how did that get through quality control? Who looked at that and thought, that's fine?
Someone along the line would have said something, right?
I think it's bad for multiple reasons, though, because realistically, every Ferrari fan has that hat already. Because as soon as Hamilton joined, they've all made their own custom ones.
But do you not want official Ferrari cum?
Not really, no, if I'm honest. You see it gets worse, though. You've seen they've done that in the shorts.
Yes, the shorts as well.
Like, the hat, borderline. The shorts,
oh dear.
Blatant. It's so obvious.
If you wore that in public, I think you'd get a lot of looks.
I think you'd get arrested. I'm just trying to think, has there ever been merch that's worse? Apart from McLaren ones, or you put it in the wash and you just get a normal white t-shirt at the end of it. But I cannot think of worse merch. I'm also trying to work out in what way it relates to China.
I mean, the Ferrari HP merch is pretty bad, I can't lie.
I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad as the cum merch.
I disagree with you.
Is it because China has banned porn? Or I've got very strict limits on porn?
That's a very interesting thought, William. That's a very
Is that why? Because they'll never seen that before. Could that be it? Just a thought. I've actually made you speechless for the first time. I've known you for about 15 years, and that's the first time I've made you speechless, I think.
I don't really know.
This is going well.
I have to comment on that, to be honest.
Have they? I don't even know if that's correct. I'm sure they've got very strict. I'm right in saying that they've got really strict. This will be cut out, be on Patreon, but they've got really strict laws on that, haven't they?
I know Taiwan porn isn't allowed, or so I've been told.
It's got to be that then. Yeah, that's what they've done it. Because I'm trying to think, in what other way does that relate to China?
Is it specifically for China?
I believe so. Or maybe it's just for the whole season. I don't know. It came up before the Chinese Grand Prix, so I assume.
I don't think it's specifically for China.
Then I'm even more baffled, quite frankly. Again, I don't get why or how they've let that through. It just it makes no sense to me.
Well, maybe most F1 fans are more mature than we are.
I don't think I've looked at Twitter, mate. I don't think so.
Okay, F1 Twitter is a hellscape, right?
I mean, I have a series called X Bell End of the Week for a reason.
Yes,
because it's McLaren fans in particular. They're the worst at the moment. Every time I get tagged in a few of these, and it's now getting to the stage where like it's cotton onto more of a thing, and I'm getting tagged in it more often, and I can't include every single one, right? But God, if I could cover McLaren every single week, because the Piastri versus Lando stat, it makes no sense as well. There's no rivalry there at all. I think the two get on perfectly fine. You get the occasional flashpoint. Maybe we'll see some later this year, but
it's not like they're never going to hate each other.
The fans do. The fans hate Piastri. Or Lando fans, they hate Piastri. Piastri fans, again, they put there was that tweet that went round last week, I think it was, where they put the fingers crossed emojis under Senna's accident and atted Lando Norris.
Wow.
It's unbelievable, man. like as someone who has made a career of edgy F1 jokes, that is...
Okay, maybe we are more mature than F1 fans. You're saying a lot.
The thing is that they do make the loudest noise, though, on Twitter.
The thing is, you'd think it's just a loud minority, but it's a lot of people, right? It's a lot.
Yeah. And I think the more sensible people are now too old to the point where they don't know how to open Twitter or have forgotten their password.
Are you saying we're old because we're 24?
I mean, I'm losing my hair, mate. It's getting to that stage. This is the midlife crisis already at 24.
Yeah,
I'm living till 48, and that's it.
Now.
Say again?
My balls are down by my knees.
Oh, good for you, mate. All right. Go on, declare that on a podcast. Well done. People will watch this far. You do realise that. Someone's on a run right now, and they've got that lovely image.
I hope someone's having some lunch.
They're not anymore. They can have it again. You've extended the period where they can have their lunch. Brilliant. Okay. Should we talk about China then?
Probably
best. If you're still watching, fair play to you.
I wouldn't.
No, neither would I, quite frankly. But China, we've put our predictions in. I'll be honest, I've forgotten mine, so I'm going to go and check. Can you remember what you put for yours?
Yes, I did. I put Norris first, and then I put Verstappen.
No, you did. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm looking at mine.
And then I put Russell.
Correct. So I still think I don't remember, but I still think you're wrong. That's the only bit I could remember. Where's George come from?
George, because I don't want to be safe.
Okay.
And I think George this year is going to make a proper name for himself. I think he had made a very good step last year.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And I see him making a lot less mistakes. I see him not taking as much of a step as Leclerc did last year, but something close.
Fair enough. I think I agree. He made a step. I think Kimi, though, Kimi has the sauce.
I think after just one race and one sprint quali, Kimi is the real deal.
Yeah,
100%. He's the real deal.
It was the move around the outside at Albon in Australia. I'm like, okay, that's actually how the Ferrari merch came into effect. They saw that, and they thought that's a great design. We'll go with that. Let's sell that.
I mean, you see, Antonelli is starting just ahead of Liam Lawson, and Lawson can't get past the Haas for like all of the race, and then he crashes.
Yeah.
And Antonelli, throughout the whole race, yes, he got lucky with the safety car to move forward quite a lot. But despite that, throughout the whole race...
He was still on the fringe of the points. He was going to get points for all the safety car.
He was moving up and up, steady progress throughout the whole race. And I don't think anyone else made as much progress as he did for the race.
No, I completely agree with you. I think, Kimi, he's come in, and there are all these comparisons to like 2015 Verstappen. And if that's the case, then when Monaco comes around, God help him, because he's going to be in every single bloody barrier he can find. But I'm seeing it now. I didn't see it in F2 last year. I thought he's all right, but
I get it.
Yeah,
I do get it
now. Now they put him in F1.
This kid is fast.
But
For him to do this at 18 years old,
yeah,
fair
play.
enough.
Fair play. But you've not put him in your top 3, so you can't think of him that highly. You still put Russell ahead.
Yeah, but I think after this quali as well.
Where did he finish? I don't remember.
He finished. I know he finished in top 10.
Okay.
But it's just he has something about him, I think.
It's good. I want to say future world champion material already.
I would say he's on the road to it.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
on the road.
By far, I think he's killed it already. I'm waiting though till we see the first hiccup. Maybe that was Monza, and maybe he's had that already. But I think the first time this year he hits a wall, how we see him bounce back, because that was what Verstappen was very good at. Like Verstappen went into the back of Grosjean on one of the Lotuses in Monaco 2015, but he bounces back after that.
Yeah,
and that was what was so special about him. Whereas you look at drivers, admittedly like Lawson, who's had one bad weekend and it just spirals. And that's the difference, I think. How
it
well
is
you
a bit
pick
early
yourself
to
up.
say that he's spiraling after one race
P20.
and one
P20.
quali. Yes, I agree. It is P20 is far from ideal, I would say, but it's still only been one race and one sprint quali. We've still got main quali to do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give him time. I said this in my video. I'll give him time, right? And I've got a lot of time for Lawson, but
this time last year, we thought Red Bull was going to completely run away with everything. Even 5 races in, and then what? Red Bull, they're not even getting P2 in the championship.
So that happens again this year, then Lawson will have to... I don't know how he goes lower than P20.
I mean, well, Alpine seem like they're going to have another driver in not too long.
I feel sorry for Jack, man. I do feel sorry for Jack. And every time I see him in the wall or like with FP1, when he pulled over, I thought, oh, not again.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting the Ricardo treatment.
It was a car problem in FP1, so it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, but that then scuppers his practice around a circuit he's never been around before as well. It feels like he's being set up to fail here, and with all the pressure that's on him, I think they had another issue again in SQ1. I think it might have been traffic. I think it was traffic.
I think both the Alpine drivers got traffic.
Yeah,
and so neither of them got through.
So we'll see. Maybe Jack's made more than the racing lap and the sprint. That'd be good. But as a Daniel Ricciardo fan, I know the pain of everything you do, and then all of a sudden the camera cuts.
The rookies in general, they're really being thrown into the fight. Australia, raining, then they get thrown straight into a sprint quali.
And it might rain on Sunday for China as well. There's a 40% chance of rain.
They're getting thrown straight into the deep end.
Jack Doohan just wakes up, looks outside and says, oh, shit. Here we go again. But it's not a street circuit, so if they skid off, there's a little bit more leniency this time. But it's rained in Bahrain. The rain is just following everyone this year. But,
I wish it rained in Bahrain in the actual race. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, just Pirelli scrambling for any wet tyres they can find. The team is like, we didn't even warm these up. Shit,
It would be good.
Let's get back to China. So you said Norris, Verstappen, Russell. You see, I was safe because I know how well my takes age. So I see this as a win-win. If we get a Norris, Piastri, Verstappen top 3, then it's probably been a fairly dull race. But I win. And if we don't get that, then we haven't had a dull race, so I still win. That's the way I'm seeing it. That's the way
so
I'm
let's say these are predictions for the race.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do quick fire predictions for the sprint?
This has already happened, so this is going to age incredibly badly. Can we just skip to record this bit tomorrow so it sounds like we really know our stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
No. Okay. Well, I'm going to say Piastri, Verstappen, Hamilton.
Yeah, you think Hamilton's going to these 2 places?
Off the start.
That would be interesting. I think it's going to be Hamilton, Norris. Yeah, I think Norris is going to make...
Norris, the man famous for his starts and who's already starting down in P5.
I am going to go out on a limb. I think he's going to get 2 to 3 places in the first lap. And I haven't taken drugs.
Are you brain dead? Sorry, guys, I'll let an idiot onto the podcast. You think Norris is not just going to have an okay start. He's going to make places.
I think he's going to gain positions.
I'm just going to cut in the footage now of him dropping back. We'll get a copyright claim on it, but it'll be worth it.
There's going to be rain on the camera, and it's going to be in black and white.
Yeah. I'll animate it again, as I have been all season.
Yeah, and you're going to show me in slow-mo.
Yeah. Slow-mo. Zoom in about 500 times. Yeah, that's
my prediction. And for
what we'll do.
P3, it's between Verstappen and Piastri. I'd say Verstappen, just because Verstappen, for most of the race in Australia, he was keeping up with the McLarens for like about half the race, and then he fell back.
Yeah, I think we've not seen it in the dry yet. That's the thing, and that's really where we're going into the unknown here, because we have no idea what's going to happen in the wet when the cars are supposedly equalised. McLaren stormed away,
and it is a very grippy track because they resurfaced it.
Yeah.
Grippy.
But then again, we're in the dry and we're having to run away even further in sprint quali, and they don't. So who knows?
Well, but because it is very grippy, it should be low tyre deg. Should be very low tyre deg, and that means that the McLarens, I think, will have a chance to show their true pace for all of the sprint.
Fair. Yeah, I think, and with the sprint as well, no pit stops, no real strategy. If they can get into the lead, I think they're all good. But Norris has got a long way to go. I think Norris will be 7th by the end of lap 1.
You think 7th?
Well, he's starting 5th.
So I've said gain 2 to 3 positions, and you say losing 2 to 3 positions.
So one of us looks like an absolute idiot right now, or we both are, and he
just stays where he is.
He doesn't even start the race. He sees them like, nah, actually, I'm good. But we know how my stuff ages, so the Norris fans are pretty chuffed at that, I bet.
Yes. But I've already pissed off all the RPM viewers, so I need to get some stuff.
I think you've pissed off more than that, mate.
Well, children, RPM...
There've been a few sus ones in here.
Children in hospital, RPM viewers, the lowest of the barrel, really.
There was something else you said, I've forgotten it. I've blocked it out of my mind.
It's like trauma.
Yeah. I'm going to have PTSD. Can't even say it. I'm having PTSD saying the word PTSD just from this tonight, so thank you. Hey ho, fun. All right, I think we'll leave it there. If you've enjoyed episode 1 of Talk Shift, I
don't know why you would.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but you can check us out on all of the great podcast sites, probably some crap ones as well. And get subscribed, because we'll be here every single Saturday bringing you the worst takes in motorsport and talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Maybe we'll plan it next week. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
We probably won't. No, we'll.
I'll probably get a text in a week saying we're talking about space.
No, you'll get a text tomorrow saying you're fired, I think. But it's all good. It's all good. So I'll have a new co-host next week. But besides that, thank you very much for watching or listening. It
was nice whilst I was here, I guess.
Have you got anything to say before I sack you?
Don't sack me.
I'll think about it. Have a good one, everybody.